We're rolling.
Dick in a box.
I love that it got that. That's in there now forever.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Not gonna hit.
put your hands together for Nerdbuzzed.
We miss you every
Nerdbuzzed
time
doesn't
we
condone
go.
the consumption of alcohol by any persons under the age of 21. Please drink responsibly.
Welcome to Nerdbuzzed, the podcast where we talk about all the nerdy stuff that we care about and drink a cool frosty brew while we're doing it. This is
I'm so sorry about your
episode one.
faces.
This is episode 117.5 because we're figuring out how to do all this green screen and Skyping and
And audio
Five,
through
he
Skyping.
says.
yeah, everything.
Good call, good call.
So we have with us today, once again, they're still here. They've managed to hang out this whole time. The guys from Stoopid Mystic Forest, our second favorite podcast outside of our own.
Yep.
So promote yourselves once again. Tell everybody who you are, where they can find out information about you, all that good stuff.
I'm Mick Pettit, and you are.
Drew, the Tinker.
And we're Stoopid Mystic Forest, Stoopid, because, you know, we wanted to be weird.
It's a trademark. It's important.
Well, I stupid monkey.
It's also extra stupid. I like that about it.
We know.
You know that. But we do our own podcast, the Pints and Pants podcast. You can see it right here, down past his arm. We also have a couple of different shows that we do, but mainly our podcast.
We do our own drinking, too.
Yeah. And I know now we're starting fresh again. It's hard to
Too bad we
It's all
can't start
movement.
that one over.
Yeah.
We're happy to be here and be talking with you guys and just, getting this all worked out.
Yeah, this is going to be awesome. Round two. So we've all had beers to drink already. This is
yeah.
like an after party. This is going to be great.
This is pre-after party.
Man, I'm
After-
almost sober again.
This is like post after party. Party?
Party, post.
Yeah. Something like that. We'll figure it out later. I'll try to
It's like
fit. I don't know how many
you eat
characters.
long enough, you end up being in the West.
I don't know how many characters they'll let me put in a title, but I'll see how many times I can use the word after and party in there. We'll see what they let me get away with.
So is it an after party?
Yeah, after party. But yes, I think everybody should go check out
Yes.
Stoopid Mystic Forest. You guys have had some. I've enjoyed listening to your Pints and Pants podcast. It's not somewhat unlike our podcast, where you guys just engage in shenanigans and drink booze.
Yeah.
Right?
No,
They
we
go
have a
hand
lot
in
more
hand.
things coming on ours too that I have ideas for
I
things.
swear, if I hear the word shenanigans one more time,
Shenanigans.
Hey, Farva!
Shuriken.
I want a liter of cola.
That's the word of the day, by the way, is shuriken. Every time we say that, if you're listening, you must take a drink. Shuriken.
Damn it. I'm not even bored yet.
I'm gonna need to take a drink for you mispronouncing that.
So before we're going to talk about Neverwinter
Meantime,
because
the
it's
ship is about to hit a pretty rocky reef, so I'm gonna have to warn it away.
nice.
Thanks. You're welcome. That was a lot difficult when I had a mustache.
Let the host.
So we're going to talk about Neverwinter because that's the nerd play that we played. We always pick a free PlayStation Plus game that we get every month. And this month we didn't do that at all, so we broke our own rules. But we did pick a free game, Neverwinter. We just talked all about it. We're going to try to do it again. It's going to be amazing. We're going to say everything we say is we're not going to repeat anything from the last one.
Nope.
That's
no.
not true at all. That's totally not true.
I have so many notes for you guys.
The game is amazing. Everybody should play it.
Right?
Buy everything
Boom.
in the
Right there.
microtransactions because it's totally worth it.
And it's free.
Spend all your money on
The HUD is
Neverwinter.
not
That's
overwhelming.
it.
Everybody needs to buy
No.
keys, all that good
Half as
stuff.
cluttered as ours.
Yes.
It's a Hyundai Accent, not a Geo Metro. Do we cover everything? Shuriken.
Wait a minute. Now, you compared two different cars. That was the thing. You compared a Hyundai with a Geo.
Yeah, but they're like MMOs. They're both pieces of crap.
And one's a Suzuki
They're
in
all-
disguise.
Now,
Well,
my only, I was
Festiva.
going to say something, but he kept talking during that whole conversation.
Me?
But comparing ESO and Neverwinter would be more like comparing two different Hondas that are close to similar what they are.
No,
Because they're
they're
both
not.
the same brand of game, but they're different skinned and they have different.
Could we say
That's a good-
Hyundai and Kia because at least from the same country?
So, yeah.
Well, I guess.
think the
And,
old-
and technically, Hyundai owns Kia
Yeah.
now, so yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
that
and
works.
let's be fair, the only way that argument is also solid is if Neverwinter and ESO were made by the same company. Because to be fair, they're both MMOs, and a Geo and a Hyundai are both cars.
Yeah.
They're both cheap budget cars, right?
I guess whatever.
Whatever. You got to work on your the foundation of your argument a little bit on that one. I'm just gonna
I
give it to
you
you.
guys are getting out. I see what both of you are, but at a certain point, you're splitting hairs.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
for
it's not
sure.
split
Yeah,
hair.
that's the whole point, though.
We gotta split hairs while we still have hairs.
Yes.
I mean, I got this widow's peak when I was like 19, man.
Yeah, you're like my brother.
Yeah.
Oh, don't even get me started. Don't make me take my hat off.
He,
That's
yeah.
really funny. He's the only one not wearing a hat.
You know,
Yeah.
my dad, he went bald pretty early. And then as he got older, his hair started migrating down his back.
So you see the gray and all this stuff in here and like up in here is going on. This happened when I was 29.
Right?
Ah.
Yeah, 29 and like 2 years
29.
later, poof, gone.
Oh, I just every time he does that, I just like to do one of these,
I know.
just to if my hair was any thicker, my fingers would get stuck.
Oh, that was good stuff, guys.
Just later.
Yeah, just for you, Jay.
The first I'd like to chew on Neverwinter about is inventory clog. Holy cow.
All right,
Yeah.
let's do it. Let's talk about it.
Did you have... Which is great.
I hit that once, twice, and I instantly regretted it both times because I have my own organization.
Yeah, you do.
But you're saying it needs a power snake,
Wow,
not one of those weird
I
handhold
didn't even
things.
realize how neurotic I was until I hit the sorting button.
I was
And
just trying to take the
jeez,
Slytherin.
man.
The,
Yeah.
take the tinker into it.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So the sorting button is a good thing.
Well, yeah, because if you have like
The sorting button
Oh, you're tapping
is the iPhone. It's the iTunes.
no,
I'm not kidding. No, let me finish this thought, though.
okay,
Because it's the iTunes of finances. If you subscribe to iTunes and you do all of their absolute garbage, and you do all of their sign-in, password protect
Mhm.
garbage, if you're an iTunes person,
Mhm.
if you're an iPhone person,
So if you're an
then
Apple
sure,
person.
whatever.
So if you decide to
Sure.
go Apple,
Yeah.
full Apple,
Ah.
then it's fine.
I'm not.
yeah.
I'm an Android person.
Yeah,
Yeah, everybody should be, by the way.
yeah. I mean, Apple has its place for production. They work really good for like video production and editing and stuff like that. But you know, other than that,
I'm
no.
gonna take your word for
So
that
do
one.
you follow what is that the guys that did
And the
the
one?
what was the video game high school shorts?
Yeah,
you-
I
you-
have that series. Great.
The guys who did that, they had a whole. Why am I drawing a blank on his? Freddie W. Freddie W. does
Yeah.
it. They switched. They had a whole deal where they were talking about how they switched away from Apple for
Mhm.
all their production computers
Yeah,
and editing because Apple was nothing but expensive, and that was it.
and that's what it is. Yeah, that's why I'm all PC.
Yep.
Yeah, me too. And
Mm.
Android,
Great
PC
how
and
it
Android.
switched from Neverwinter to PC and
Yeah.
Apple.
Everyone hates Apple.
Not everybody, but you know,
Everyone
people
wants to
know.
be friends with hates Apple.
Yeah. I would say, since we're talking about Apple and PC, right, because we care about Neverwinter,
hey, it's easier to play it on PC than it is Apple.
can you,
PC's the master race, man.
can you
It's
play
two mouse buttons?
And
Yeah.
mouse, hate that.
can you play
Good point.
Neverwinter on a Mac?
Yeah, they you can install Steam and stuff on there,
Okay.
so you can play basically anything on it now.
I think if you have Apple stuff and all your stuff is Apple, that's great for you. Like, you clearly make more money than I do, and that's also great for you. But it's great that all your stuff talks to each other,
We don't.
right? Yeah, no, neither do I. But I think if you own anything that's Android or run anything that's PC, I don't know why you would switch over to Apple. It's like one or the other.
It's dumb. Like, I go and try to use an iPhone after using mine. It's like, where's your app button? No, it's all there. I hate it. Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, I don't think I can make the switch.
Still, it's Apple is an old iPod.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Because it has a bunch of my old
my
music
old
on it.
iPod.
I found my old rap songs, too.
Oh, nice. Nice.
See, my old iPod was one of the old hard drive
You
ones.
remember when I rapped? That was a grace at the time.
Well, that was part of your problem.
Well, yeah, I know. I was stupid. I was young, dumb.
And mine,
She was engaging.
engaging, that's a word for it.
So, I guess we recap everything we said about Neverwinter since everybody's hearing it for the first time.
It's terrible.
I would say, I'm just going to reiterate, it's okay. I think
Yeah.
it's not great. I think there's a lot of other games out there that I think you could spend your time on. You have to spend your money on them, which brings me to the biggest compliment I have for this game is that it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. I think previously I said other than time and your soul, right? You're going to lose some of that.
Yeah.
I'll give you a good price for your soul, guys.
Don't worry, it's cheap.
Gotta follow that with a
Skin flints, if you will.
Ladies. That needed a ladies after it for sure.
Ladies.
Yeah, that's creepy, dude. Now you're scaring them away.
That's a little too
As
rapey.
opposed to
Yeah, just a little bit. As all the ladies scatter.
Anybody wants to go to your van after that. Don't care how much candy you got in there.
Shuriken. So we definitely had some complaints about the Neverwinter. At least I think I definitely had some. First up, the HUD is absurd.
the multi-layered button system.
Yes. There's so much crap on the screen when you play that
Too
game.
much HUD.
Way too much on the HUD. Like every
HUD is
time
terrible.
when we were playing and you'd be like, yeah, I'm just waiting for Marcus to join, because you had to hold my hand through this whole game because
That took me a while, too, to get that, too. And the touchpad could be touchy with that. And I was kind of
I
redundant.
still don't have the touchpad down. I don't get it. I'd rather just hit the actual hard button.
Well, no, the touchpad
That came out
button-
wrong.
The touchpad button, you have to push it down, yes, to accept it. But
The right part of the touchpad.
you do that, then your thumb activates something on the actual touchpad.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
it's
Because
like
you don't
it's like an
actually get the-
iPhone with the one magic button that does everything, and it sucks, right?
You know what's...
Just trying to bring it full circle,
They
guys.
don't have a home button anymore.
What?
They don't have a home button.
What
You know,
doesn't?
Like, normal phones have
An
an
actual
actual
button?
button you can click to go home.
Yeah.
iPhones don't have that.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of a tangible, real, it clicks button.
Yeah,
Right?
I am too.
Me too.
If
Except for
it
my
clicks,
new
it's
Google
good.
phone, though, doesn't.
Oh, it's just as bad.
Yeah, it doesn't have a home button.
What's yours?
The Pixel.
Oh, Pixel. Nice.
Deuce?
Do you like it?
Yeah, the Pixel 2. Yeah, it's pretty good. I really do kind of like it. It's got a couple of things that are kind of gimmicky, and I'm like, I don't care about that, but that's for another
Nice.
for
I've
another
been
conversation.
hearing a lot of good things about the Pixel 2s.
It's
Here, would you like me
There's
to...
a lot of things I do like about
for
it.
you two there? There. Is that good?
Oh, really? God. Damn it. Oh, it's getting hot in here. I think I need to go open the window.
So,
Well, I'm going to sit here and drink my invisible drink.
do one of you guys want to run down what Neverwinter is for the people out there that haven't played it? It's an MMO. Like, what the hell is an MMO, and what is Neverwinter?
It's lag happy.
Oh, starts. Okay. Neverwinter is a MMO, which is a massive multiplayer online RPG where you can have thousands of people playing at a time.
But not in the same map.
Taking your mother.
Yeah, a lot of times. Most people, when they think of MMO, they think of World of Warcraft, and that's basically what it is. It's really fun to play with friends. It's kind of hard to play by yourself. I mean, it gets mundane and just kind of doing the same thing. It is a kill 10 boars quest kind of game.
There's a lot of Hobbit quests. There's a lot of run to this side of the map, grab the thing, run back.
It's fetch questy, for sure. Very fetch questy.
Yeah, fetch questy. Yep.
And it does have a good aspect. Like, the combat is very good in it. Most MMOs, the combat kind of sucks. And it's
So this
nothing
one's
about
good?
anything.
You would say that... So, okay, wait. I want to... Let's
I actually like the
backpedal.
combat. I like the combat in this game.
Okay, but to be fair, Neverwinter's combat compared to any other game with combat is not that great.
Well, see, but you can't compare it to any other game, though. You have to compare it to MMOs, because that's what it is.
I guess so.
It's getting back to your Honda accent.
Yeah,
It's that extra cylinder.
that's what it is.
MMOs,
I mean, that
Good
Geo's
com-
only got 3.
In your guys' opinion, what is the best combat system you have ever encountered in a game?
Witcher, because it's a bitch.
Witcher's...
Good
I think Witcher's pretty good. It has kind of a very Dark Knight kind of esque style, right? The Arkham Asylum. It definitely took some notes from that. So did I think that both of those have a pretty good combat system. I guess to bring in like the RPG element, there's some real time like fighting RPGs that have some pretty cool combat. Like, I played some Star Ocean that had good combat. Some of the Tales games have some good combat. I'm trying to think of things that are at least kind of in the realm of, like, an RPG. But aside from that...
way back there. I'm going to, like, Final Fantasy VII.
Well, see, but then you, now,
But
that's a
that's-
different style of
that's-
combat, too, because you have your
That's random
live-action combat and then your turn-based combat.
Yeah, those are turn-based. Whereas, like, your Star Ocean and your Tales are more real-time fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not
Yeah,
turn-based.
Kingdom Hearts and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts is that way. It has a pretty good combat system, too.
Good.
Secret of
the
Mana.
remake sucked,
Secret of Mana's
but,
best.
I think Horizon. Have you guys played Horizon?
Awesome. Loved Horizon.
I have not yet, and I've been, like, really wanting to.
That has a pretty good combat system.
Awesome game.
You have to have played The Last of Us, right?
Yes.
That has a
to
great
be,
combat
the
system.
game that sucked me in the
So
most.
I'm the second to The Last of Us.
And
Yeah.
just sit back in your corner and let me do my thing. Just saying. She's the one that always, like, running in front of the people and just... hated that.
but it has great combat, right?
Mouth on that little child.
Yeah.
Just the mouth on that girl.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was...
Every time, like, you've seen me kill, like, 50 people. It shouldn't surprise you.
Yeah. Right. And learn to swim. Seriously, like figure that out.
Yeah, that would have solved a few problems that you were going to do.
But and even like let's stick with like Last of Us or Horizon, which are really high production valued games. They're beautiful.
Played.
Like they're almost as pretty to just watch somebody play and engage in the story as it is to play it yourself, right? And make those decisions. I think that as far as MMOs go, I don't have much experience, but that's something that MMOs are super lacking.
Yeah, and that's a big thing with a lot of MMOs is they don't focus on graphics and like what you're like visually what you want. They focus a lot on the combat and just like going from here to here and like, oh, there's a mass of enemies you have to fight, and you try to get through them as best as possible.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And they just respawn instantaneously, and you have to fight them again, and they respawn again, and you have to fight them again, and then...
Yeah, and like Elder Scrolls Online did really good on the graphics part of it, but still is a base game MMO, where you go in and you have these characters that are way too high that you have to fight, but then they don't stop spawning in, and people are just stupid and they don't help you, and PvP is horrible.
Well, and
The
maybe-
Tamriel 1 update changed that. So there's no longer... You can run over to this area and fight slightly harder enemies, or you can run over to this area and fight slightly weaker enemies and level up your character that way if you want. The Tamriel 1 update changed that. So
Which sucks.
no matter... Yeah, it does. No matter where you go, the enemies are leveled to slightly above you.
Okay.
Huh.
The game works kind of the same way, though, if you play any of the Skyrims or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as you're going, the enemies level up with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
even if it's a previous place you've been to,
Yeah,
and you go back.
they're
just
easier
jack up.
there than when you get out, but they're still more difficult than they were when you first came back.
But that's a bad thing. Is that what, are we saying this with the tone that it's a bad thing?
For MMOs, yes, because like you have your starting area, which is everything's level 1, and then once you get to like level 5, then you move on to the 5 to 10 level area, and then after that, then it's the 10 to 15 level area.
So what you're saying though is
that level 1 area, there's still going to be level 1 boars or spiders or whatever you have to fight, but with the update that they put on, it's like, well, this was a level 1 area, but now it's a level 50 because that's what level you are, and it's kind of annoying.
Well, it's maddening is what it is.
Yeah.
But also in a way, like the point of these games is they're very RPG, and the point is to level up, right? And so if they all stayed at the level that they were, then once you're max level, there's no point in going anywhere, or I guess not max level, but getting close. There's no point in going anywhere except for those last few levels because it's going to take you forever to level up, right? So it's kind of like doing you a service by offering more areas to level up from now.
That's probably what they were thinking, but at a certain point, I want to be, like you said earlier, Marcus, and I'm going to quote you on this poorly. I want to take my big-ass sword and swing it around and kill stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, I don't want those random, tiny little NPC
Piss ants.
garbage.
Literal ants.
And I mean literal ants. That are just random generated to actually be a threat to me. Like, if you're going to go through this entire game, and I'm not saying you're promised a god mode in this MMO RPG. I got that right?
You kind of stutter a little bit. Yeah, you got it.
I muscled through. Like, I'm not saying we're promised a god mode on this, but honestly, man, if you're going to save an entire city after an entire city, and you're going to just crush entire necromancer colonies, ants shouldn't bother you.
Yeah. It's kind of like playing with the old style RPGs like Champions of Norrath and stuff. If you go back to the first spots that you started, those you can just tear through them because your gear is like up here and you have all the power.
Yeah. And it's fun.
Yeah.
Like you're not doing it to level up anyway. You just want to massacre.
Yeah. You're just like cutting your way through. Like, get out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's how I used to play all the Final Fantasies. Is I was the person that would grind for 100 hours straight, just so that I was level 99 when I win everything. And it was just, you. Twink.
But then again, I think that comes back to the point I made, where if the point is to level grind, don't you want the guys to then jack up to where it's worth it for you to beat them?
A little bit, yeah. But that's what getting to the point where you can do that.
I prefer to hunt where they are stronger, and once I've achieved that,
it was kind of
then
like,
I'm going to go find
So going back to old school RPG...
I think you would like Monster Hunter then.
I probably would. I like the show quite a bit.
Because the new one is
like
pretty crazy. Have you guys heard much about new Monster Hunter?
Yeah, I've heard really good things. It's on my list. It's like when it's on sale, I'll probably pick it up.
There's like an aspect of it where you could be fighting this raptor or whatever it is, and he's your level, and you're having a tough time getting him, but he runs into this area with this massive thing that's just, not even your level, and he just goes, mush, and you're dead. Because he baited you in.
Yeah. That's awesome, though. That's how it should be, right?
Dark Souls there.
Oh, Dark Souls. Bloodborne.
I rage quit Dark Souls and Bloodborne.
Yes.
Yeah.
So much.
That's what you're supposed to do, though. That's how you know that you're playing those games right. If you don't rage quit Bloodborne or any of them, then you're playing it wrong. That's like, I don't know what to tell you.
So in Dark Souls,
how dare you?
You know how you get past the first part?
No, I really don't know how you get past the first part.
There's a pattern, trust me.
Where you get to, like, where that giant crow is, and then you, like, have to go through the cemetery, and the skeletons are there. That's where I die, every time. Because I'd take out a couple skeletons, and then I'd turn around, and they'd come back, and they'd respawn, and then one would hit me, and the other one would just run me through, and I'd be dead. No, game's stupid.
Yep.
That's why that game works.
Oh, yeah. No, that game, when you first fire up any Dark Souls or Bloodborne game, you should plan on spending that first couple hours dying countless times. That's just what happens in those games. It's like an old school... That's what makes them so great, though. That's like an old school game.
Yeah, it's like playing Mega Man.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Never played it. Never will.
Oh, yeah, you'll break a controller on that, too.
Man, the old Sega controller took forever to break them.
No, it didn't. Nope. Had a chop saw.
Well, hands. Yeah.
So-
And that's such good plastic you couldn't twist it.
So I have a Neverwinter question, then.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever play Neverwinter by yourselves?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, just you're not meeting up with other people, you're just playing it all on your own?
Yeah, like daily stuff.
Yeah, I'm not social at all. This is the most social interaction I've had all month.
Yeah, except for when we played
I was
Neverwinter
gonna
together.
say, yeah.
All
We
week.
talked about
Yeah,
the one
yeah.
person that wasn't there.
He's more of a sit and play by yourself kind of guy.
Who's talking now?
He
Yeah.
likes playing with himself.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
I meant it nicely.
Well, that way I can kind of figure it out without asking a bunch of stupid questions. Like I can figure it out with myself.
Unless
Like,
it's
I'm not wrong.
Neverwinter, which is the most convoluted starting of a game ever. But maybe that is an MMO. Like I don't play MMOs, so I don't know. I don't have a standard to hold it to, right? But I went into this totally blind, no real experience with one, and I kind of came out of it thinking, like it's fine. It's fun to play with other people. I don't think I would ever play it on my own, but it's super
starting in-
repetitive. It's
No,
really,
it's
really
not.
repetitive.
For starting, I think
No.
it's a good
No.
for somebody who's never played one. I think it's a good one for somebody to just go in and play because it's
Free.
you can just do whatever. You don't have to follow the quest.
No, Lord of the Rings Online is a good starting MMO if you want to learn how to play an MMO.
Is
yeah,
it
no,
free?
that's all PC.
Is Lord of the
Yeah,
Rings
it is.
free?
Console.
For console, then I would go ahead and go with ESO.
Really?
If you want to learn how to play an ESO,
And
ESO.
then Elder Scrolls Online is a lot easier of a tutorial for learning the game. Like, by the time you're level 10, level 15, you'll have a good grasp on the game. And you can access every single area of the game by the time you're level 15.
Huh.
In Neverwinter, you gotta be level 30.
No, you can go to the other areas. It says it's not recommended. You can travel anywhere.
But you
But if you
can't.
go there,
But you
you can
can't
get your ass
participate in certain activities.
Yes. But I mean other aspects of the game, not just
Aspects.
areas. Yes, mostly ass. A little bit specs.
Just specs. Yeah. But you can't do certain things because I remember when we met up to play, because I was at whatever level I was stuck at, we weren't able to engage in certain activities because I needed to level my character up. Like those hadn't unlocked for me.
Yeah, and that was because of the level that we were at.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
Well,
that was the minimum level for skirmish, is what we wanted to do.
For that particular
Really?
one, because there is
What?
other ones when you're lower levels.
that was the
Yeah,
class.
yeah, there is. And now that I know that, we can go find those.
Yeah.
For the next time, we want to level up some lower level characters.
So everybody needs to start a character at the same time and only play with that character.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
Yes.
And also,
we should do that, like for Borderlands or something. Wink,
Yeah.
wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Borderlands would be great.
Screw you.
We have,
your
I have
Borderlands.
all three. Yeah, we split screen it. Split screen's fun.
You don't like Borderlands, Drew?
Had the entire screen to myself, I still wouldn't be able to hold my ground.
I remember.
I'm terrible at that game.
That's
I'm
why that's why
terrible
I
at
play the
games.
sniper.
Okay, you can be the cannon fodder. Operation Meat Shield.
As opposed to real life.
Dude, seriously, I play the sniper rifle guy. I go just stand back, and wherever he's running, I just move
Mordecai.
left
Yep.
or right to that and just use a sniper rifle.
Yep.
I usually do either Mordecai or
Load into the
Zero.
map and crouch.
Pretty much, that's what I do. Yeah.
I actually like the Gunzerker in too. Gunzerker's pretty fun.
Yeah, see the thing about it was I went in there thinking Gunzerker just like he did with big sword, swing hard. That's what I was thinking when I was going to do it, and then I ended up found out that I'm the guy that's shooting with a sniper, so I'm totally not the right class for the guy that I'm playing.
Yeah. I did not like Brick from the first one. Did not like the melee guy.
Oh, yeah. I picked the military guy with the turret from both ones.
Commando, yeah.
Yeah. That's just... You cannot beat his super move, the gun turret. Nobody has one that's better than that. It's like a second player. You can't beat that.
It is pretty awesome.
Yeah. I mean, depends.
And once he's all the way leveled up, is it the second one where you get 2 of them?
Yeah, second one you get 2 of them, they can stick to the ceiling and the walls and all that.
Yeah, you can throw them anywhere, and then you don't even have to deal with that area. You can just now go take out the other guys. It's like, come on, you can't beat that.
Yeah, but I mean, being Zero, you could go invisible and just like, I'm done with this.
That's
Run
Zero
away.
is kind of fun. Yeah.
And then you get into the pre-sequel where, Claptrap. You have to be Claptrap.
That's who I picked, and I love how many times it warns you that you don't want to pick him.
It does.
Right?
Do you know that that voice actor actually works for Rooster Teeth now?
No?
It works for who?
Yeah, he works with them. And when they made the game, he thought, like, everybody's going to hate this because who would want to play Claptrap? He's such an annoying character, and that's what everybody hated. It was like, God, just shut up, Claptrap. But that's the most played character. Yeah, basically, that's what it was. But he's, like, the most played character in all that game.
Oh, I'm sure.
And just because his special is random. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
Yep. But I have all 3 of them. So, 3.
3.
I just
like-
have the handsome collection.
So
Just walk in front. Don't crawl. You can't get back up because of your weak knees. He does have that.
He needs a pair of San Francisco slippers.
yeah. I guess
But all in all, Neverwinter's good.
I think it's okay. I think good is a little extreme. I don't think it's horrible. I definitely think it has several flaws to it. The impression I'm getting, I don't want to make this comparison because I think it's unfair. I think Neverwinter's better than this, but you've played like mobile games, right? And like mobile games are only held to the mobile game standard, right? Like why does it ever need to be made better than this? It's a mobile game. And I kind of feel like there's this bar set for MMOs with my limited experience with them, but it seems like there's like this MMO bar where there's all these things that other gamers care about that's above it, and the developers are like, no, we don't mess with that part of it. MMO fans don't care about that. They just want this chunk to be important, like graphics. They don't really care about graphics.
Exactly.
They don't really. They've played 1 million of them already. Like if I feel like you go into it with the assumption that you've already played a bunch of MMOs, right?
Except for the weird thing about...
Well, and the fact that it's a port from PC to console.
Yeah, but talking to my cousin who plays World of Warcraft, he's still saying that if you jack everything up on it, it'll still tax today's gaming systems.
Oh yeah,
So it's like,
why?
yeah,
yeah.
Why is it taxing them? I don't understand that.
Because there's so much stuff in the game because of how big it is.
the population count, that's what it is.
It's just because you're having to load in all these other characters.
You remember Star Art Online or Sword Art Online?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like that. Basically, there's
Everybody's
so
locked
many
in there. If they
people.
die, they die in real life. Okay, awesome.
I actually did like that series.
I liked the first half of the first one.
Do you?
And I
concept.
like the fact that the second one had a laser sword. That was about it.
Yeah.
So if you,
Well, and the FN57, but that's just because I like the FN57.
so would you guys say that predominantly you play MMOs?
No.
Not by choice.
No, I'm more of an FPS player. No. I
I
mainly
prefer
play-
straight up RPGs, like entirely alone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's actually
with
my
this-
game choice.
Well,
I guess-
online.
I guess that's where I'm torn with this, with the whole MMO concept is you can play games that have all the elements of an MMO, but they come packaged with the production value, right? But you don't get this massive server community and that element of it.
It's the community element that everybody loves.
That's got to be what it is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the being able to go into this raid with 10 people and Leroy Jenkins it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good point. And also, in the off hours, being able to help the occasional noob put some armor together. No offense, Marcus.
Oh yeah, no, I've already said I was like playing with your dad. I'm sure of it, right? Like trying to sit down and explain your dad how to use the 2 analog sticks.
My dad could barely figure out how to turn computer on.
Oh my god, my worst
Played toss.
my worst gameplay experience with trying to play games with my dad, going back to Borderlands, was he had a PlayStation 3 for a really limited amount of time. We went to play Borderlands. I finally figured out how to convey to him how to just join each other online. We're finally on the same map, and my dad doesn't understand that one stick turns his character and one just strifes. So I keep telling him to turn around so he can see where we're supposed to go.
Just strafing everywhere.
He's just strifing, like sprinting all the way to the left edge of the map and then all the way to the right edge. And that's all he could handle. It was terrible. I felt like my dad while playing Neverwinter with you guys. It was like, I'm just strifing you guys. I'm just strifing.
You're saying it wrong again.
Oh, is that wrong? Shuriken?
Great.
Strafing?
Strafing.
Great.
Sorry.
God,
Take a drink,
strifing,
everyone.
What was the other one?
Shuriken.
Shurikens. You got strife within shurikens.
It's right
Sorry,
for
I got a
strife here.
blood vessel popping out over here. The one time I was actually able to not play a video game with my dad, but we had a Game Boy, right?
Yeah.
It's a video game.
Back in the day. And
Yes, totally what we did.
he wasn't quick enough for Tetris.
NES.
I gave him Mario
NES.
on the Game
I
Boy.
just looked at my glasses, they're not there.
Yeah, I've done that too, right? You're like, oh, hang on, I gotta push on my contacts.
Yeah.
Uh,
I just went like that and pushed at my glasses.
no, I gave him Mario
Oh, nice.
on the Game Boy,
Mhm.
right? And this big guy was my dad, and he'd done a lot of plumbing back in the day. He'd done a lot of bricklaying
He could relate to these kids.
back in
Yeah,
the day.
right?
And he's like, a plumber that can bust up bricks? Oh, I like this. He ran around and he just busted up all the bricks he possibly could.
Oh, I can see your
To
dad
be
doing
fair,
that.
you do
He
get points for
died
that.
like 4 times in a row. He's like, okay, son, that was fun. Okay, that was good. I'm done.
That's I like that he can personally
Being a
relate to
plumber
it.
back in the day, he had to drill lines for pipes through brick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hammer drill, roto drill. Roto hammer, actually.
Oh, man.
Yeah, done that.
Did
many
you tell
times.
after he played Mario? Did you tell him you just have to use your head? Just use your head, Dad. Eat a mushroom, and then you can just use your head.
Have you ever seen the?
Eat mushrooms and play this game.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the pixel zoom in on that?
I would have gotten kicked out of the house
On the
at
Mario
15.
when he breaks the bricks,
Uh-uh.
his knuckles are 1 pixel higher than his head.
Oh, so he gets. So
He
he's
is
actually.
literally he is punching the bricks.
Only 1 pixel.
Yes.
Yep. He's also shooting fireballs out of his nose.
Yep.
Really?
Everybody knows that.
Yeah, I didn't watch that close.
Demon boogers. We all had those.
No, I say my
Yeah.
dad, my dad's video
Oh,
gaming
that's
was the original NES Tetris
Mhm.
and Joust.
Oh, yes. Joust is great.
That's
Never
what he
played
played,
it.
huh?
Yeah, Joust and Tetris is what we played on with my dad.
Huh.
My dad was a Pac-Man guy, and I tried to have him play something, and I was like, I'm not even going to try. Alright.
Well, he was all about Joust because that was the game that he played in the arcade when he was younger. So it was worth it.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, my dad's a fan of Asteroids. He likes that one. He likes Centipede. He's like into the old Atari stuff too. Yeah, I was gonna get him the new Atari Mini system.
Mhm.
Comes with like 80 games or something. It's like $50.
Yeah,
gonna
does
pick
it have
up
a
my
joystick
dad.
controller?
Yeah, it's got the joystick with the button.
Nice.
Yeah.
Why
Good
not?
call. Good
Yeah.
call.
I think
I have one of those, a Flashback 2 or something like that, and it's got like 30 or 40 games on it.
for a different system.
Yeah, but
though,
they're
right?
making the Atari game box now.
It's the Flashback Atari.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it comes with the little square controller with the stick and the one button, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I think my dad needs that for the flashback relation, right? The instant
Yeah,
you give him
I have
more than
that.
one button, he's spending all his time looking at the controller instead of the screen.
Mhm.
Right? Just trying to find all the buttons. Yeah, it's terrible.
Galaga.
It's like,
like-
trying to play
yeah.
Minecraft or anything.
Freaking
with Bobby.
Galaga.
Oh, Galaga was good. Yeah, I still
Yeah.
play that in the arcades when I can find it.
Yeah. Right. But
One of the best arcade games, and it's free in Astoria. Is Dragon? Is it Dragon Lair? Yeah, Dragon's Lair. Because that game is so hard, you do not have to pay to play it.
that's a straight up RPG too.
It's you have to.
It's a dungeon
you know,
crawler.
quick time basically.
Yeah.
Mhm.
God,
With
I died so many times in that game.
is that Bluth? Is that a Don Bluth animated game?
I'm not sure.
I believe so.
I
Dragon
think
Slayer,
you're
is that right?
but I'm
I'm
not
sorry, I
sure.
interrupted you though. You were saying something about my little sister.
Oh, Bobby can't play game for crap. She won't even try. I wanted her to play Mario with me the other day, and she died twice. Was like, nope, done. Not gonna do it. I'm like,
Wow.
come
So
on.
Me playing with you.
Where
I
I'm sitting there training Riley how to play
Yeah, I'm done with this.
Minecraft, and she's getting it with both sticks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, my
Yep.
5-year-old knows how to
Yepers.
play Minecraft.
Yep.
It's pretty great.
Oh,
So when
and-
Drew when
What?
Drew says my little sister,
yeah, but Bobby,
you
my
mean,
wife, is his sister.
You mean your wife?
Yes.
Is that right?
Oh.
Which is another similarity because anytime Jay says his little sister, he means my wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We know.
that's also weird.
Way ahead of you.
How awkward do you make him feel by mentioning
Far
things?
too often. Far too often.
By mentioning what?
You just
Whatever.
Whatever. Oh, but I never
That's to the
say, "Hey, guess what? Me and your sister are nothing." But you just know that it is your sister.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I was with this hot girl last night.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You wouldn't believe what I did last night.
Pretty much
I
what I was
know.
getting to, but like
La 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 la.
this instance where one of your buddies is talking about something they did with their girl, and you're all like, yeah, dude, that's pretty fun. Yeah, cool, that's pretty hot. And then the camera zooms out, and you're like, wait a minute, that's my sister.
Yeah. Pretty much. Been there.
Terrible.
And then you go throw up.
Yeah. Pretty much.
You don't have to deal with this, Mark, so nothing kills the mood worse than having a child wake up in the middle of the night.
No. Nothing kills food worse than having a child.
No, she just a sleep sometimes.
I'm not wrong.
I like that.
I would
Cheers.
think. I think to be fair, probably the thing that would kill the mood the most would be going in with the intent to have a child. Like that's got to kill the mood, right?
Yeah, we did.
In this economy?
Happened. Well, this is happening now.
All right, let's go make a baby.
No. Nope.
No.
I do remember I was awesomely winning at Call of Duty that evening, though.
I like that. That's his win for the evening, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what he takes away is the win for that night.
Wow. Clearly still on the honeymoon
Demonstrating
phase.
to
Yeah.
how empire
Yeah.
comes through.
Oh, okay. I'm looking at it.
I covered it myself this time.
Better.
Eh.
So I guess to try in some way to bring it back to our Neverwinter, because it's
Yeah.
our big topic, right?
It's a game. It's a game that's fun.
It's a damn good game.
And
It's not
it.
the best
It is a good
MMO
scam.
I've ever heard of in my life, but
Yeah.
if you already know what an MMO is, you're already comfortable with playing MMOs, then yeah, it's free, it's rewarding, it's got a pretty good plot.
even if you're not used to playing MMOs, just give it a try. See if you
Yeah.
like it.
Ignore half the HUD.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
at
No,
least
No,
half the
try.
Look for
Try
this.
to ignore half the HUD.
Look for this little itty bitty green sliver down here, which is your stamina. And that's
Yeah.
very important for what you're doing, where it should be up here with everything else, but it's down here in this
Right?
little itty bitty sliver.
Yeah. No, Neverwinter has very confused priorities for sure.
The left hand.
You don't have any stamina. Well, where's my stamina? Where does it tell me where my stamina is? But you're out. I know this. If I wait 5 seconds, I can swing again, but I can't because I have no stamina.
Yeah. Well, the worst part, the worst stamina scenario in Neverwinter is when you are the big weapon brute guy.
Yeah.
Because then it's your run. But when you run out of stamina and you're sprinting, it assumes that the moment you have a fraction of stamina, you would like to continue using it up sprinting.
Oh.
Right? There's
So once it
no.
runs out, it doesn't kill it.
No, it doesn't
You still have to
automatically.
kill it.
Yes.
Okay.
Then all of a sudden you go to swing your big sword.
Yes.
I go to swing my big sword, which is the whole point I'm playing this game. And then instead of doing it, I run past all the enemies I can swing my sword at. And I have to click it again to turn it off. And the worst part is that you don't click it fast enough as it uses up your stamina, and you're still in, because it has to be on to turn it off. If you click it,
Yes.
if you
that is
click
a
it,
big complaint to have about Neverwinter.
it's totally true. If you click the stick while you don't have stamina, it doesn't turn it off. You have to wait till you have it and start to run, and then click it again.
Scourge Warlock can run past you.
Yeah.
Bitch now. Oh my god!
Yeah. Jeez, man. But you have to catch it at just a tiny sliver before you're absolutely empty to turn it off.
Yes. Otherwise, you just keep running all the time.
Well,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and then you're sitting there trying to click it, right? And he's gonna run, and I missed it. He'll run again. Oh, I missed it. It's it's kind of annoying. The only way to stop is to not move, wait for some stamina to build up, and then you can click it.
Oh my god.
Convoluted.
You notice both of them have their hands going down below the table?
Get him out.
Okay,
No.
This is my other complaint, is I have a garbage first mount, right? I run faster than my mount. It's a nuisance. I don't even know how to get another mount. It doesn't tell me.
Trade Astral Diamonds.
How do I get
Asher
another
gave me
mount?
mine. He also gave me a tiger.
Oh my god, shut up. So you get all these handouts.
Yeah, well, hey,
I'll walk
Have
you
'em.
through that next time we're playing. Because you got mounts and you got tack.
Yeah, next time
If
you
know
play
your
with...
versus tack's important.
next time you play with your dad,
Is
a.k.a.
it
me.
as important as tact?
I don't have you tacked.
not at all.
None.
Doesn't make it any less important.
Yeah.
About 2 grit
That's what you're doing.
sandpaper.
Don't do it.
2, maybe 3 grit sandpaper.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just the paper.
2 grit sandpaper? Is that just 2 pebbles?
Yeah, there's a
Right?
rock. There's a rock glued to the chunk of paper.
Yeah.
2 grit sandpaper or 3 grit sandpaper is pulling your pants down and scraping your butt over the pavement.
That's sandpaper? I think that's more than 2 grit.
Yeah, that's probably 20 grit, 10 grit.
Yeah.
No,
it's still aggregate, so it's
maybe 2, maybe 3.
Yeah. 1 grit sandpaper is a rock, right?
Yeah.
That's just a rock.
that fits the paper.
They're
Yeah,
all
right.
rocks.
If I put a rock on top of this paper, that's 1 grit sandpaper.
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
Yeah, right?
Use the stone and try to file that down.
Yeah.
Samurai Jack over here.
Yeah.
Hello.
I'm primitive and used a stone to whittle some wood and make
How'd
some.
that work out for you?
It wasn't too bad. I mean, because it makes it rough, but you're able to get the edges off,
Did you use
rough
obsidian?
and super sharp edged.
Yeah, alright. Alright.
Get
The
nice
black
smooth.
stone. Yeah.
Volcanic glass.
Yeah.
So,
one
how
that
many
kills
stars
the
were we given?
Snow
Never.
walker.
Yes,
whatever.
dragon glass.
Dragon glass,
Ah,
yeah.
yeah.
Obsidian.
Alright,
7.5. What are you saying
I'm
about
gonna give
dragon
it a
glass?
6.
You're going to give it a 6?
6-ish.
Oh, he went
Oh,
down.
by the way, you went down from the previous Neverwinter episode that will be
You
lost
a
forever.
whole point. All right.
Nice.
I'm marking this down. I'm going to average the 2.
The more you drink, the lower the score gets.
Yeah.
All right, we're averaging this.
All right, so he's going to give you a 6.5 because previously you gave it a 7.
Yeah, 6.5.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go 5.5. I'm going to go down half a point also.
Okay, well, I'm going to stay at the 5.75 so it stays the same.
Nice. I like that you averaged mine too. It's
That
5.75.
means you drink more.
Man, my burps are gross, aren't they?
Yeah, they're terrible. Holy cow.
Alrighty,
I'm
and your
surprised
score
you
is...
What it is I ate some summer sausage earlier.
Okay,
That'd be
so
why.
Yeah.
in a
It's not
scale
your fault.
of
But it's
Galileo to Columbus,
I had a bad
summer
time
sausage
with
are we
summer
talking?
sausage in the past.
so I'm gonna get you a gift of wild turkey and a big old thing of summer sausage, and we'll see how the evening goes.
oh, that sounds painful.
That sounds brutal.
Yeah, he can't drink wild turkey anymore. He can at least smell it.
Yeah, I
tell
can't do that
he's
to
turning
Bacardi,
green
so...
right now. He's disappearing into the green screen.
I can tell you because I'm colorblind.
So anyway, Mick,
My darling father, the cheapskate that he was, would never let leftovers go to waste.
Oh, it sounds like my dad.
So this time, we were turning one of his apartments, and
Ooh.
he decided to, in the morning, make us lunch, right, of some summer sausage left over from some previous lunch.
From the summer before.
except for...
Yeah, probably.
I say, except for it was meatloaf.
Right, so... This is a fond memory, actually, when I learned to change locks. That was kind of cool. Like, the first time when you're a kid, like, hey, I can take off this doorknob and put a different doorknob on,
Yeah,
That's
roommates
kinda
forced me to learn that one.
right? Kind of thing to learn as a kid, right? And then the summer sausage kicked in, and I could not stop throwing up. Because it was expired, probably from last summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Mick knew my dad. He was a skinflint. Like,
Our dads were
Jeez,
very
man.
similar,
wow.
which is very weird.
It's
So,
not weird at all.
so your
Well,
dad,
It's that, but
your dad sounds
Yeah.
a lot like my dad because so I work with my dad and we often go in. One of the perks is I get to go in the house and eat leftovers, right? Because it's
yeah,
it's
yeah.
because
I have to
it's
eat
at
I go whatever I want.
oh well, it's at my parents' house and my mom made dinner last night, whatever, right? And so we'll go to eat lunch and it'll be like, oh sweet meatloaf or whatever it is, and then it'll be like 2 weeks later and my dad will heat up lunch and I'll be like, oh sweet meatloaf, mom made meatloaf again, and he's like, no. This is like, I'm not eating that.
No, man.
I
I'm gonna go let Holly out.
I learned.
Okay if the fridge is cold enough.
Yeah. That's
No,
a good
it's
point.
not. You sound like my dad.
I've had milk that's lasted like 2 weeks past the pull date because my fridge was cold enough.
Yeah, no, he's right.
'Cause most people keep their fridge
So if it's frozen,
warm and then
But
stuff goes bad.
if you're
That's
I'm
one
a
thing I had to do in my
cheapskate,
apartment. I had to
so
shut the
I
fridge down.
keep my fridge warmer than is
you
recommended.
keep that thing so where it's almost freezing.
Yeah, I
That's
should.
That's what I do.
So
when you-
basically, in
There's
this
that much energy.
this gross, grimy apartment we were flipping, I was throwing up into the toilet, and then I was turning around, and I was having some horrible diarrhea in the toilet, and then I was turning around again,
Oh,
and
that's
throwing up
fast, isn't
again.
Oh, it sounds like a neurovirus.
And I'm sorry to say, and I really hope this isn't going to gross out any of the viewers, but
Yeah, so what?
the toilet clogged. So I then had to use the bathtub.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stomp it down the drain. It's all good.
I got one that'll top that though.
Can't do summer sausage anymore, guys. Can't do summer sausage.
Yep.
all right. So we
Similar-
know the next gift we're sending them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine with me. I don't. I get you guys your shirts too.
Yeah. One of these times, maybe next summer.
Yeah. Once
I'm
you
gonna-
brand,
Maybe after you ask us what our shirt size
Sure.
is about 20 more times.
Well, that.
Maybe after you ask us what our shirt size is a couple more times.
What the hell is it?
Yeah.
FGF.
Remember, I wrote it down. That's the last one.
Yep, FGF.
Yeah.
By
Big
the way,
size and slightly muscular than average
and
size. Whatever.
Jack's dad
You're
said
fine.
awesome, so I have
size
to do the
awesome.
shirt.
Did you call the shirt company? I can't find size awesome on your website. Can you
Yeah.
reference me?
I'm sorry. A is a bra size.
Yeah. And frankly, it's not awesome. No offense. I mean, everybody deserves love, but
Got him right here.
A
Those are at least a B.
shuriken.
Prominent nipples.
Stop giving people directions by pointing with your nipples.
That happens.
That's just that's how you tell people where things are.
Anyway,
Like,
Mick.
it's right over there.
Yeah.
So, while you're pointing out your score for Neverwinter,
Oh yeah, what do you give it? What do you give it, Mick? Come on.
I give it a 7.
Is that what he
all
gave it
right,
before?
7.25.
Oh, you got an average. You also went down. We all went down.
I didn't.
7.5 last time,
Yeah,
didn't I?
yeah.
Yeah, 7.5. Yeah, because I liked it. I thought it was a good game.
I
And it's I'll play again. I give it that because of replayability. Like, I will go back and sit and play it for a few hours.
And that's a solid
Yeah,
7.
and I also play it alone.
Yeah. Well, you're alone by yourself.
it's
But there are other games that I will play besides that. But again, I'm more of a first person
That creepy
player.
one again, man.
I know, but making ladies so creepy, you're ruining it.
Yeah, you're getting rapey, and that's not good.
Ladies.
There you go.
There you go. That's so much better,
Yeah.
right? The flock instantly turns around and starts coming back now.
Oh wait, what was that?
Yeah.
Yeah, gotta show them that apple right there. This Adam's apple is
The
very.
double chin is trying real hard to cover it.
All right, so we have to once again pick a new nerd play because that's what we do after reviewing one. And I guess to sum up the Neverwinter, it's a strong okay.
Yeah. It's
I'd play with other people.
A little better than okay.
Yeah, I want to try actually a couple other MMOs now to know if this is this like a standard. Like if I play an MMO, should I expect?
It's a
This-
bit above standard. Yeah, it's pretty close.
Same concept
Yeah.
of community and
So have-
main town and quests. So it's kind of like they all have that same go here, fetch this, go here, kill 10 things, then come back. And then the main citadel area where everybody's at.
So have you guys played?
And you
like,
guys understand that the instance of, say, Protector's Enclave, or like you said, the Citadel, the main area,
Yeah.
the instance of it is a different server.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
That's the same way that
Okay.
the
It took me a long
And
time
there's
to
like
figure that
60.
one out.
There's like 60 people in Neverwinter. Is that right? 60 people
what?
per instance.
I think there's more than that.
I thought it was
Yeah.
60. Maybe it is more.
I
I
say
think it's more than that.
GTA
Because they have
is-
massive servers. Because, I mean,
it's 30 yes.
Battlefield has servers that are 64 players.
Yeah.
And those just a, shooter game. So
Is that an
I think
MMO?
more than 60.
Is Battlefield an MMO?
It's arena.
No. But like I'm
Just a
talking about
regular
like
shooter.
the server sizes.
Yeah.
They're bigger than that.
Yeah.
Bigger than 60, I believe.
I would like to try the MMO that is the MMO of all MMOs. Like I want to. Is there one that
Wow.
you can play that is like it's really pretty? It has this really engaging story, and like you care about playing it. You care about your character. Like, does that one exist?
I'm sure it's out there,
It will.
but you're gonna have to be on
So-
PC and spend a lot of money for graphics and money on the
Do
game.
you
So it's gonna be a
live
pay to
in
play.
your grandmother's basement?
No, I'm already out.
Does
Yeah.
Phil have to?
To be fair, I think all games look better and play better from your grandma's basement.
Always,
Right?
Always.
Yeah, right? They all look better. Especially when you have to, like, turn it to channel 3 and run the video input through the VCR, right? Those are all musts to make that grandma's basement work.
Gotta make sure not to have your phone next to it because it makes the video all wavy.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
You had a phone back then? You
So
were way above board.
I got a good one here. So back before we had HDMI cables and all that good stuff.
You know what that means?
You too. Quit being ignorant. we had those awesome old analog TVs, and we play our PlayStation games and things. But you also came with this awesome speaker system you could buy for the PS2. Do you guys remember that? It was like a sub and 2 speakers.
No.
You guys never had that? Oh,
like the Sony speaker system?
Was that like
Sony speaker system?
Oh,
had a
I remember
sub
watching
and
advertisements about that as I was.
Well, see, I remember when the PS2 came out, the Sony had their own little TV and speaker system that was dedicated to it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was its own little. The speakers
Oh, they
folded
went
out
on the top of it?
No. No, but it was a super
had
high definition screen,
off.
and the speakers folded out from the screen, and it was
Weird.
Yeah, you'd plug it in. It would like.
Yeah. It was.
I just had like the standalone sub and speakers.
Okay.
And then,
but same idea though.
You know, basically the same thing. But then we had our TV sitting there.
Bye now.
And
hope everything comes out okay. Have fun, be good.
I set my speakers on top of my TV and my sub over here, and I'm playing my game, and I'm like, man, something's going on because I'm getting green about this far down the top of the screen.
Yeah, the magnets from the speakers on the top of your TV.
And the little magnets in the speakers screwing up the tubes. So I had to move those off, and then it went back to normal.
Yep, been there, done that one.
I can't tell you how many hours I spent playing PS2 on a screen about that big.
Yeah, I had an entertainment center that had that and had speakers built into the entertainment center, and one of the speakers was like too close to the corner of the TV, so it just this permanently burned in purple corner.
Yeah. Even if you moved the speaker away?
After it was sat there for so long before I figured out what it was that was causing it, because it was all part of the cabinet.
Yeah.
And I pulled it, finally figured that out, and actually took the TV out of the cabinet.
Yeah. This is one of those problems that kids today will never know.
Oh, yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Totally. This is how old we are. That's what just happened.
My personal favorite was when the Dreamcast first came out. Shortly after that. Yeah.
The Jaguar FX and the...
Yeah.
I kind of like the Dreamcast, guys.
The controller sucks. But
yes.
it's good.
That is the most...
quite some delay in the controller.
It's the most asinine controller in the world.
Of controllers
It's
for
not
delay.
It's not the delay.
Delay kind of hurt me, but basically, I had a step family moved in after my mother died, and there were some restrictions put in upon our daylight hours and our evening hours, and it kind of felt like a prison, to be honest with you. So, I had a Dreamcast that I had squirreled away because carpentry kind of ran deep in my family. So, I was cutting boards and building things before anyone realized I was cutting boards and building things.
Nice.
Right? So, I had a Dreamcast squirreled away, and then my dad wanted me to be an electrician before he realized how colorblind I was.
Black and white, to be fair, though, are the most
had
important
money
colors
put
you need to
aside
know.
for me to be in school. Before he realized I had no idea what his hair color was.
Or
He
what
didn't
color that
have
one
any
is.
hair.
Yeah.
So basically, I was repairing TVs, I was repairing table saws, chop saws. I had all this crap screwing across my room. And I had to have an old grimy pair of jeans or a couple of rags or a towel stuffed under my bedroom door so they wouldn't see the light of me actually playing a video game. Like, dudes, I wasn't even looking at porn. I wasn't trying to buy drugs.
Would it... Okay, would that have been more okay?
So, man.
No, you weren't.
PSO. Fantasy Star Online. Thank you. Appreciate that. Fantasy Star Online. Absolutely terrible random item drops.
So,
just terrible.
Yeah.
So was the Dreamcast the first console with online play?
No, PlayStation 2 had online play.
Before Dreamcast though?
no.
'Cause the
But
Dreamcast came out before that.
Sega
Right?
Saturn.
Oh, maybe.
Oh.
Yeah.
Saturn had network connection?
It did. You had to go through a third party,
well,
but
I
yeah.
don't-
Technically,
remember-
the second Game Boy did too.
Like you could play it online?
They had a network adapter for it, I think.
They made the fourth party.
Well, I remember Game Boy had the tether cable so you could play with
Alright,
other
I'm gonna go
people,
play
like,
Jack.
you know,
Yeah,
there,
Jack, figure it out.
Yeah, because I want to say that the Dreamcast was the first one with connection to the internet.
It was definitely the
Because-
first reliable one, yeah. Because
Yes,
it had an actual onboard modem.
Yeah, because you could plug in your dial-up. Ooh, everyone
I
loves
think-
that noise.
Like, yeah,
Yep.
like regardless of
Released
internet.
in 1998, the first of the 6th generation video game consoles, the Sega Dreamcast.
Yeah,
The first
Yeah.
of the 6th
All right.
generation.
6th generation
Yeah.
consoles. Was
Well,
Sega
and I
Dreamcast.
would say, I think Dreamcast is it's that system that never gets as much credit as it deserves, really,
Yep.
because it was so
Yep.
here and gone, right? Like it, in a way, it was like kind of like a Nintendo sort of thing, except they didn't have any sort of recovery, right? Where they just they came out with this groundbreaking device that did so many things that were setting standards, but then it came with just weird like peripheral issues. Like that controller is garbage.
the controller is disgusting, and
Yeah,
I hate it.
but
I have
it
one,
was
so
like
I'm gonna
the
grab it,
first-
but it's in my box, and I have to move a whole bunch of other crap to get to it.
But to be fair, the controller was the first one to have
alone were groundbreaking.
yeah, but it was the first one to have like the
It was a-
And
it was the first one to have like progressive triggers though.
yes,
Right? Like you could actually
the
just
analog.
like if you wanted to do a racing game, you just wanted to putt around, you barely pulled the trigger, but then you could give it more gas with it, which was groundbreaking. Right?
Yeah.
You of course you had to hold
I
them
believe
like you were
mean
5 years old in this weird straight position.
Breaking.
Yeah.
wow. I just see the thumbs down right now, just
Yeah,
happening.
I think his beers are working too. Well, let's wrap up Neverwinter and tell people to play it. We do have to pick a new one real quick, and we have either Mad Max or Trackmania Turbo.
I'm gonna play them both, but we'll do Trackmania.
We'll do Trackmania together because we can't play
Yeah,
Mad
apparently
Max together.
Trackmania.
True.
Okay.
We'll race on it.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll dive in with you guys. It'll be fun. Maybe we'll play and we'll do some streaming.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
All right.
Yeah, we stream too. Well, I do, anyways.
How do people watch your stream?
Twitch.com or twitch.tv/Impinator.
Nice.
But it's IMPA. You threw me off. You're laughing. IMPANAT0R.
All
That'd
right.
be weird.
So before we go,
Mhm.
one last time, tell people where they can find you.
StoopidMysticForest.com, STOOPID. Twitter at the official SMF with no I in official, and also on YouTube. Just look up Stupid Mystic Forest, and we are there. We don't have our URL yet.
And
Also in June sometime.
yeah, in June there's going to be something going on where people can actually come and shake your hand and meet you.
And Eric.
Yes, come to the Fairy Blossom Festival. It's in PL, Washington. You can also look them up at fairyblossomfestival.com. It's a small Renaissance fair. There's going to be some awesome people there. The Seer Meadery, with Eric, he's going to be there. We're going to be teamed up with him in the pub tavern games sort of venue. So it is 21 and over. So if you're underage, sorry,
Darn it.
but
Do you qualify?
Yeah.
I qualify.
Yeah.
I qualify.
Okay.
So,
we're good.
so do you encourage people to dress up like their Neverwinter character when they go?
yeah, dress up. Like, I have a whole bunch of stuff. I actually have to redo all my armor because I just lost it in the flood I had in my basement. But yeah, dress up as best as you can. If you don't dress up, no one's gonna hate you. But you know, some people
I
may.
will.
So what if I was to bring my broadsword and kilt?
Oh yes, perfect.
Do
Okay.
it.
Only if you bring both.
Wear them. Don't just
Oh.
bring them.
Can I just do the broadsword?
Yeah.
No, I mean just the broadsword.
Yeah.
Just that
Okay, I'll have a
sash.
baldric. I'll have a baldric. Don't worry.
That'd be awesome. All right. Well, hey guys.
and say hi to us, and we're going to do a podcast from there as well. Hopefully we're going to talk to Amy, the main lady that does the whole thing, or what's her the fairy princess Lolly, I believe is her persona.
Persona non grata. She's actually an okay person.
Yeah, she's pretty cool.
She stays in character.
She's actually okay.
She's actually okay.
She stays in character
She's
all the
pretty
time.
much-
She has like her own
Pretty much average.
With it.
panel of her like being in the earthly realm and
Super
experiencing
non-grata.
things.
Just roll with it.
Okay.
It's cool.
All right.
And
Everybody,
while you're
Fairy
there,
Blossom
don't
Festival.
just shake our hands.
wash them first.
Wash your hand before you
And-
shake her hand.
Buy us some mead.
Yes.
Really
Yes,
good.
sir.
from Eric at a Surmutery, Everett, Washington.
And
Better
go
correct me on
to
And don't forget John Oppengard.
and go to stupidmysticforest.com. Check out all your guys' stuff. Watch Pints and Pants podcast. We're big fans.
Yep.
Thank you for all the shout outs. Go to nerdbuzzed.com as always, where you can watch any of our stuff or listen to any of our stuff. 100% free, as opposed to.
Any other percentage of free.
That's right. So, one last time, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been fun and chaotic, and I think we did something.
Yeah.
Should we do our cheers this time?
Yeah, let's do it.
We'll do ours. How's that?
You guys start it
Okay.
off.
Got pints in our hands.
And
Pants on our butts.
Now let's put this booze.
In
our
our guts.
guts.
Yeah.
Yay. Did it explode? No, try it. Oh, damn it, Jack. It's still his fault. Ready?
Should have been.
Did it not do it?
Got
I think
there.
it did it. I think it exploded. I just think we
should have
can
been
hear
here.
it.
It's all your fault, Jack.
I drank anyways.
Yeah, it worked, right?
Talking about beer.
No hair.
Talking
So
about
do I need to do the Alright, we got it.
Please don't do that.
Marcus and Jeremiah. You're on Nerdbuzzed.
Did I do it?
Don't do what? What did I say?
Yeah, right?
I think so.
He's over there going, I
Because
think I already did it. Did I do what I wasn't supposed to do?
Hey, hands, top